Hey guys, it is Eric with Rockin again, and it got Friday off. So guess what? I'm abusing Facebook live streaming because it's brand new, and this accomplishes something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. Have an interactive platform where we could chat and talk and learn to do cool stuff, and then also have it record to the internet so I don't have to go back and re-record it with my digital video camera. So maybe it's probably not the perfect platform, but I'm excited to be using it because it accomplishes something I've wanted to do for a long time. So here we are again today, video number 3. So today, at this video, what I'm going to do is demonstrate how to assemble a Beffert double folding header trailer in 1/64 scale. This is a combined project between Lazy F Farm Toys and Rockin. Both Garrett and I wanted a double header trailer, and I happened to find one. I was out delivering models in Hugoton, Kansas, and they were from Mike and Kathy Keimig of Keimig Harvesting, and I delivered their models, and they happened to have the trailer I wanted. So I called to Garrett. I said, "Do you want to go in on this?" He had a good designer. I had found a trailer, so I measured up the Beffert and got all the dimensions, and Garrett took care of the designing, and then we split the cost and off we go. So that's how this came to be. Now you might be asking, does this thing move? Well, parts of it move, but for the most part it's going to be either in a static open or a static closed position. With 3D printing you can actually make it so the whole thing operates, but Garrett didn't care about it operating. I didn't care because most of my models are just in a static position sitting on a shelf where I just look at them, enjoy them, and then go down the road. They're not for competition or layouts or anything fancy. Mine just sit out there and I get to enjoy them. So that's what we did. And that's what we both wanted. So here it is. Assembly of the Beffert double header trailer, and it's in 1/64 scale and all 3D printed. You can find this at shapeways.com if you search for Lazy F Farm Toys or Rockin' Farm Toys. You can find it in either one of our shops on Shapeways. Here we go. I'll turn the camera around and we'll get started. Okay, here's what we got, guys. These are all the parts you're going to have. You'll have static open position, static closed position. Here is an example of what one looks like finished. So this is what you'll have, and again this is in the closed obviously position, and the only moving parts here are the tongue and the hitch. So those are the only moving parts, and I'll get this in here so you can kind of see it as we create it. You're going to need some basic parts to make this thing happen. You'll need a 1/16 inch drill bit in your drill, either a black paint pen or a black magic marker. These are actually optional. A set of side cutters, X-Acto knife. You don't really need this. These are just tweezers just in case. My favorite glue right here is Maxicure Extra Thick, and this is Instaset, which goes with this glue. And you will need some plastic rod, and this is Plastruct, part number 90857, 1.3 millimeter rod, and that will get you through all your parts. Now I have partially assembled this trailer already because I don't have an unlimited amount of time using Facebook live streaming, so I partially assembled it so we make good use of your time and don't overburden Mark Zuckerberg's platform here. Okay, so you're going to get all these parts in your kit when you buy it off Shapeways. And to begin, you'll just take your wheel, you'll start with your tires. Let's get those first. You got to cut them off with a sprue. As you can tell, I've already cut the others off. Cut them off with a sprue. I just cut them off with a side cutter. Okay, that part is done. Whoops, sorry for jostling your camera. Okay, my side cutters didn't cut that clean, so what I do is I take my X-Acto knife and I'm just going to shave that off a little bit. Okay, that's all I'm doing here on each one of the tires. and I've already did that to the ones I've assembled. Okay, your paint pen or your black Sharpie can be used to cover up the white so you don't see it on your model. Okay, that's how the Sharpie looks, and your black paint pen. There you go. And if you have questions, I think you can interact with me, so please ask them if you need to know something. All right. The wheels, those just pop right off, which that's kind of slick. So what I do with them wheels is, there's a little bit of the powder left over from the 3D printing process left inside there. All I did was just barely clean that out, just a touch on all of them. It doesn't take much. Actually, if you wanted to drill that just a little bit more, it makes a better spot for your wheels to rest. What I did then was take my tire and I fit it over the rim. Just like so. Okay. Then I'm going to take some glue. I'm going to go around the edge. And I actually use probably way more than I need to, but that sucker ain't ever coming off either. This is just the way I'm doing it. You don't actually have to do it exactly the way I'm showing you, but it works. This is the second one I've assembled. Now, your Instaset right here, that instantly cures the glue. I use a syringe I bought at the farm store. This is for livestock purposes, and just got me a little needle, and I took the needle on a piece of sandpaper and sanded it flat so it doesn't poke me, because I can be accident prone on occasion. Don't show my wife this video, because she would probably not agree. Alright, now we're going to take a little bit of styrene rod and we're going to set that in these holes. And you actually this kit comes with one extra set of tires, so if you screw one up, guess what? You got a backup set. So you'll actually get 5 sets of tires instead of 4, which is what you need. Okay. And like I said, I've already assembled the rest of them, so this is just for your information. Okay, so that's going to chill out for a bit. I took my 16th inch drill bit and I went ahead and drilled all of this out. And the reason for that is, on 3D printed items, or at least on this 3D printed item, this is black, strong, and flexible. The reason it's printed in black, strong, and flexible is, 1, it's less expensive than your higher end plastics. 2, it's very durable. It's not brittle like the higher end plastics. 3, it's black. I didn't want to have to paint this, and I'm okay with this kind of flat looking color. And again, for my own purposes, this is going to sit on a shelf. I'm going to look at it from 3 to 5 feet away, so if the finish isn't just perfect, that's okay with me. I'm good with that. For a lot of guys, they like a really high-end, high-detail type plastic. You can buy my kit in this low-end plastic or a high-end plastic, which would be frosted ultra detail and frosted detail plastics. So they're all available for you if you want those. Okay. So I've drilled out all the holes that I want, and I'll show you one that I have not. Well, here, let me just do that quick. This back axle here, I have not drilled this one out all the way. And one thing I learned is you have to work this in and out, because the bit fills up with plastic and you need to clean it out. Okay, that one's done. I'm just going to go ahead and assemble this while we're here. and then you can see that, and then I'll get to the other parts. Actually, I need to trim that just a touch. Now I'm going to tell you, if you leave them just a taste longer than you really need them, like this one, they're easier to assemble, and you don't have to worry about your glue getting everywhere and gluing your axle solid. So I use just a little bit, not a lot. Now I've found these axles are not the easiest, these tires are not the easiest thing to get straight on here. Yes, and I'm using a lot of Instaset because I love it. One, because it instantly cures your material, you can keep moving, you don't have to wait on it. And if you use it on styrene like I did, guess what? You can kind of bend that styrene a little bit and get your wheels vertical. Okay, we're gonna let that chill out for a moment. Okay, this part goes toward the back, and this is your dolly for the front end. And it's easier if you assemble this without this axle in place. I just did that for this demonstration because of time. What, dadgummit, come here, you. I mean, these are really simple to assemble, guys. You do not want to buy one of these assembled from me because they're really not difficult. Now, you'd never know it the way I'm fumbling this right now, but they are desperately easy. Okay. Okay. Our tongue is pinned in. I'm going to just use a taste of glue over here. And just a bit of Instaset, just like so. Ta-da! All done. We're trucking along, and I love it. All right. The last part. See, look at this. We're already done. Is this top pin for the gooseneck. Whoops, sorry about that. Got it out of the camera shot. Okay. Whoa, where are you going there, dog? Alright. And this dude is about finished. Now, I didn't set these wheels so they're the best, and they don't turn the best, but it's not all bad. Now, you have two choices of